Okay, now I'm going to show you the chain stitch. I'm bringing my needle up from the back of the fabric, and I'm going to take my needle back down in the same hole I came up in while maintaining that working thread on top of the fabric in a small loop. And then I'm going to bring my needle back up from the back of the fabric a stitch length forward inside that loop on the top of the fabric. And I'm going to pull forward gently, and then I'm going to hold that working thread off to the side and take my needle back down inside that loop in the same hole I had just come up in. So again, you're going to maintain that loop of working thread on top of your fabric, bring your needle up inside it, pull gently forward, and then take your needle back down inside that loop in the same hole you just came up in. And again, you're just going to continue to do this. Bring your needle back up inside that loop on top of your fabric, hold that loop, that working thread off to the side, and take your needle back down into the same hole you brought it up in. And again, you continue in this manner, bringing your needle up from the back of the fabric, stitch length forward inside that loop, and then taking it back down in the same hole you had just brought it up in. So it's a very simple stitch, very rewarding to do because it gives a really nice appearance. And now I'm going to anchor the tip of that last chain stitch, and I'm going to start another row underneath it. So imagine I was stitching a basket right now. I would be stitching the second row of the basket. And I like to work from left to right or right to left when stitching chain stitch because it keeps a nice, it just keeps the stitches more consistent. So I'm starting again and doing the exact same thing. I brought my needle up from the back of the fabric, took it back down inside the same hole, maintaining that loop, and now I'm taking my needle down inside that loop in the same hole I had brought it up in. So it's really the same simple stitch. You just repeat row after row depending on what you're stitching. So that is chain stitch.